So in this lecture, we will take economic model from Lawrence research. So in our economic model, CO2 is a function of industrialization and urbanization. CO2 is a function of industrialization and here you will replace. I'm going to share the screen for your best understanding. Here, in case of one of our student economic model, you please follow this one. CO2 mean environment. CO2 is a function of urbanization. You please replace forest with urbanization. Replace this factor with urbanization. Replace AP with industrialization. So here, so CO2 is a function of economic growth, urbanization, and industrialization. This is our model. We want to continue this model. So here, economic model is that we want to search out that our objectives are correct, or our objectives are significant or insignificant. In case of LAREB, our first objective is we want to estimate that we want to estimate the effect of urbanization on CO2 emission. The second objective is to investigate the impact of industrialization on CO2 emission. Two objectives. Again, first objective is impact of, we want to see the impact of urbanization on CO2 emission. The second objective is we want to see the impact of industrialization on CO2 emissions. These are our objectives. Then, on the basis of these two objectives, we built two hypotheses. First hypothesis, the first hypothesis is, you can see here, the first objective is, please replace. The first objective is, first one is the same. The higher economic growth leads to higher CO2 emission. Second objective is significant increase in industrialization. Please replace this one. Significant increase in urbanization as leads to higher carbon emission. Leads to higher carbon emission. This is second hypothesis. Hypothesis mean we expect that. Okay. Now, the third objective is that significance. Okay, the other word. We can change the statement. The higher rate of urbanization, the higher rate of urbanization results in higher CO2 emission. But only three objectives. Two variables are key variables. In LAREB model, CO2 is dependent variable, industrialization, urbanization, and economic growth are independent variables. In these two independent variables, industrialization and urbanization are key variables. Economic growth is control variable. So here we will discuss that the impact of urbanization, industrialization, and economic growth on CO2 emission, holding other factors constant. Holding other factors constant. Just we want to restrict, we want to discuss only the impact of these three variables on CO2 emission in case of LAREB. Only these three variables, not other variables. Other variables, we restrict that, we write a condition that other variables are constant. They have no impact on CO2 emission. Only three variables can affect CO2 emission. The first variable is industrialization. The second variable is urbanization. The third variable is economic growth. These three variables, only these three variables can affect CO2 emission. Then we can build only three hypotheses. Three hypotheses mean the possibilities of the possibilities of the impact of independent variables on dependent variables. Other words, the possible outcomes of the impact of independent variables on dependent variables. The first one, the first possible outcome, first hypothesis is, but one thing very important, these are alternative hypotheses, not null hypotheses. These are alternative hypotheses. The first hypothesis is the higher economic growth leads to higher carbon emission. The second hypothesis is the significant increase in industrialization results in higher CO2 emission. The third hypothesis is the significant rise in urbanization leads to higher CO2 emission. Only three hypotheses in case of LAREB research. You please pick this point. I am going to work slowly, just for your best understanding. Now we have to collect data of four variables, three independent variables and one dependent variable. We have to collect data only four variables from specific resource. We choose here one. This is economic model. Now we have to collect data. Last point, please find the last point. The yearly data of all variables, please, LAREB, please, the last point. The yearly data of all variables will be taken, not will taken, will be taken over the periods of this. We will take more time periods, minimum 25 years we will take, based on the data availability. Mostly we will take yearly data over the period over the 25 years from WDI, World Development Indicator. So we will take data for four variables, for all dependent and independent variables from WDI over the period 1985 to 2020. We get 25 years. I am sure you can understand. Easily you can understand. Now I'm going to work with that source. This is the source started up. जी बेटा, I did share this link in the last class. Hopefully you will find no problem. I am sure you will have no problem in this work. Yes. Okay. First beta, come on here. You can see the preview. Add country. First one is add country here. You please add country. I'm going to add country. Enter keywords. Pakistan. You please first choose available one, Pakistan. Select. Now selected one. You can see here. Selected one country. And you can, for your best understanding about research, but here you can all regions. South Asian, your Middle East, North Africa, East Asia, Pacific, Sub-Saharan Africa, Latin American, Caribbean, North African. You can select different regions if you want to collect data for all these categories. With respect to income, you can select data. Okay, now you selected one country. Please, Larev, one country you have selected. Now, going to add series, four variables. Okay, available series are 1431. 1431 available series. Series mean variable. Now going to choose first variable is CO2. But a different forms of CO2 are here. Here you can see here KT. CO2 from all resources. Taking the point, here. So you can choose here from this is one of important sources, right? One selected. Now the second variable is economic growth. You can see here economic growth. Here GDP growth here. Selected two variables. Third one is urban population growth. That is urbanization. If people are going to urban areas, it means urban population is growing. That is urbanization. I did select this one. Then industrialization. Industry. You can see here about industry data. Industry like industry value added. You can work. I will say industry value added. What you can search, but this is a process just for you. I'm going to work. Here beta, industry value added annual percentage growth. We can pick this one. Okay. So these four variables we have selected. We if industry value added is growing, it means industrialization is happening in the country. So beta, four variable I did select for you. I think this is done for selected variable. Four selected variables. No, I did close. You can see here. Add one country, add cities, add time. Now I'm going to select time, 25 years. Selected, 25 years selected. Now I did close. So please, I did add one country, four cities, 25 years time. You please, you can see this one. We did add one country, four variables, one independent and three dependent, one dependent, three independent variables data. At time 25 years, you can see here all three options are green. You find click. It means we have done our work on these points. Okay. Now, one thing that is very important, please come here. Layouts. Here you find here time is in the column. Not we need in the column. We need it should be in the row. Time should be in the form of row in Excel file. You please find out. Please picture. Please draw picture. Please get one picture. Then series variables should be uh, shown in the screen in the Excel file in the form of column, row, column, and cage. Hopefully you have done this practice. These 4 5 options I did for you. So after that, you have to apply changes. This one, apply changes. You have done. You can see here time is in the form of row. Time in the row. 1995, 1996, 1997. Time is in the row. 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 Series variables in the form of column. 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 All variables are in the form of column. Getting the point? Getting the point? So now I'm going to download options. Please follow me here. Here you have to download this one, Excel file. I select. Now you can see here, Excel file, Excel. Now I'm going to click on this file. You can see here 25-year data sets. Some values are missing. We can retrieve these values. We can generate these values, but don't worry about that. But this work is not easy. Step by step, I am doing for all of you, collecting data. Okay, you can see here time periods in the form of code. You can delete it. You can delete it. Here the option is delete. You can delete. You can delete. Okay. You find time in the form of row. Row. Variables in the form of column. Country is in the page. Getting the point? I'm going to enable for you. You delete this row. You delete country code. We don't need it. Now this is the specific form of our data. Now I'm typing the more economic model here, here too. You please CO2 equal to is a function of GDP growth. Second one is urbanization. Third one is industrialization. This is our model data. This is our model. You can see our model. I did collect data of all variables given in economic models. Hopefully you can understand easily. This is our working economic models and data collection. This one is very, very important to find the outcome. Okay. Now our work on data collection is finished. One thing is very important. You have to discuss your variables here, please. You can see, please, see this better data. I did click on here, please. Right side data, series metadata. You can better find here the long definitions of all variables. The long definitions, okay, defined by WDI of all variables. You will define and you will present all definitions of the data. So this is very important part of your search work. You have to present before the panel the definitions of all given variables which are given in the model. Please keep in your mind. Okay, now I'm going to close this file. Hopefully you have done all things without any hurdle. Now you can ask questions, um, any question about our work. Frequently you can ask without any hurdle. Okay, okay, beta.